It's Jivan, back at it again. So today we got a vlog going on, vlog style. I'm in the whip. It's grainy footage. My eyes aren't even focused on the camera. I'm on the road. Just don't tell your local law enforcement officer I'm doing this, staying undercover here. I'm on my way to pick up my woman from the airport. She's just getting back from the Dominican Republic. And so I figured I'd take the time out just to make a vlog. Just do something different, We got to create content. If we're not creating content, if we're not being consistent, all consistency is what I learned. It's just a stream of continuity. That's all it is. It doesn't even have to be of the utmost quality, which it can lead to perfectionism, which is really procrastination. It's just a sense of continuity, building trust, building consistency. But I look forward, I kind of feel a season of relating coming up, and not just outward, like we so commonly think. Inward relation to the self. How do you relate to yourself? Oh, I'm just finding myself, as we have colloquially heard all our life, It's the perfect excuse for a breakup too, is, I just need to find myself, right? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? We're always looking for meaning when really it means nothing. There's just, what it really means, I'll tell you what it means. There's not a resonance here. But even then, the person who says finding myself doesn't really know who they are. They don't really know who their true self is, right? Finding myself, rarely do they ever mean my capital S self. And for those that do, they wouldn't even say finding myself, because they understand that the self can't be found. It's already here, it's eternal, correct? When it comes down to it, the capital S self is who we need to find first. It's who we need to build the relationship with first. Does that make sense? We need to defer to a power that is above us, because we can't claim to know everything. We are human beings, we are limited. And understand, when I say we can't claim and we have to defer to a higher power, we don't have to. We can choose to not defer to a higher power, just be like, hey, it's me, myself, and I walk this lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Here I go again on my own. But it's just you and your ego always tricks you, because it's not you, but it makes you think that your ego is you. And so this is going down a different thought thread of, destigmatizing and demystifying what the ego is, right? Well, what's the higher self that we're deferring to? What are all these definitions I've come to know, but I don't really know if they're correct. I don't know the validity of my definitions anymore. And so what happens is these definitions just get crammed in our subconscious. And so whenever we hear a word that triggers one of these definitions, we just go off of a feeling. We don't even question what we believe. We just feel a feeling and we reject it because it's uncomfortable. I know you're getting that sweet disco light of a glare behind me, but all I'm saying here is it takes an everyday consistent practice. I know, consistency, but do you want to be happy? Because, happy, what's happy? Peaceful. Do you want consistent, unshakable peace? Because if not, you don't need to be consistent in building a relationship with God every day. You don't need to build a relationship with yourself in this Libra season coming up. And you don't even need to focus on other people. Because if you would rather suffer, then you are likely not even on the level of consciousness, right? To even care, to relate better. So this is what A Course in Miracles has taught me. I've been in this book for a big bulk of my spiritual journey, and coming up on the end of a part of the book, I've realized every single day I have to surrender. I have to recognize that I am not the doer. I have to recognize that I can ask for help. Yes, ask. I don't declare, like, here I go, force, right? That's lower level energy. If I ask, that's all I have to do. And then from there, I surrender. I surrender what I thought I had to do, and then I refill with this awareness, with this light that's not tangible at all. You can't see it, but you actually can the more tapped in you get with it. And then people start to talk about auras and, seeing colors and angels and light beings and stuff. And all that's real. All of that is real. But it sounds arbitrary to one who has been left-brained their whole life, to one who has been brought up in an analytical environment, to where as a kid you're naturally creative. But no, Junior, I'm kicking you out of the nest right now. You have to grow up. This is the world. Which really you don't have to do, but our parents think you have. Our guardians, our family, our cohorts, our kin, They think we have to do it, so we do it. So the connection to God, it's a combination of right brain and left brain. There is only one mind, and that's a mind in which we are all connected to, right? But it takes you have to purify it yourself, because there's only one. And you, from the body that you're in, that localized point of awareness, only you can shift to the reality that is already available, to where we're all free. You know, we are all part of God's plan for salvation. It's already done. Bear with me here, because space and time are ultimately illusions. It's already done. So the more we go on our healing journey within our body, within this body, because it's how you're experiencing life, a body. The more we go within, the more we realize, oh, it's already done. Let me continue to do the work, because I've actively been doing the work in the opposite direction. Let me do the work in the other direction, in the real direction, in the sacred direction. And it is real with a capital R. I'm gonna take a brief break here, and then I'm gonna resume with a quick, smooth transition. So leaving off of where we, left off of. If we don't plug into source, spirit, God, it's lifeless. Here's an analogy for you. The body is like the hardware of a device. The mind is like the software, and spirit, source, God, is the battery that powers it all. Without the battery, it's just nothingness. It's form, yeah, it's there, but where's the life? So we have God down in the books. We have to have a relationship with that first. Next is the self. How is your relationship with yourself? And what's alive for me currently is questioning who the self is. We have to realize, and this is key, this is crucial here, our self is a child of God. It is a son, the son, not gender, but you are a son of God. You are part of the sonship, which includes every person you see. It's just one presence. It is the Son of God. It's common, ye are gods, it's in the Bible, but we are not God, right? We are not the source itself, but powered by the source, okay? And some religions may differ. I get it. We're all pointing to the same thing. My framework is going off of what I've learned just in my journey, okay? Get that. That's a quick disclaimer for you, like 30 minutes into the video. So, self, okay, cool. I realize I'm the Son of God. I'm pure awareness, which means I'm not the ego. I'm not the one that lacks. I'm not the one that's dependent on outcomes. Or if this wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't be upset. It's tricky because we've been conditioned to think this way. And I'm not the one that needs to control, right? But I'm still in a body. I'm still here. It's still good old me, right? Whatever your name is. Good old Melvin or Melody. I don't know. Melanie. And so this is where a lot of somatic work comes in. You got to get into the body, man. You got to get grounded. You're a son of God, yeah, but that you have to do the work on the lower chakras first, going off of the chakra system. You have to do the internal work first. What I mean by that is somatic release, meditation, breath work, really getting like ritual combat, getting in there and letting some of that tension out. There's a quote in the bodywork area of expertise: there are issues in the tissues. An argument for this would be, well, the body's an illusion. That comes up very, very, very often. An extreme example of that, yeah, the body's an illusion. So is your car. So is money. So is your job. Don't do any of those things because they're all illusions. So that's why we need to, know the truth, but respect the illusion. So get into the body, question these beliefs, which is also part of the self. The one who believes, the one who identifies as a body, the one who believes it's unworthy, etc., etc. I don't do this driving and recording thing often. Sorry, guys. Which I guess is a pretty good thing. Don't try this at home. You're not at home, but anyways. Somatic release in the body and questioning belief systems. Cultivate that relationship with yourself. When do you need solitude? When do you need to connect? It's a lifetime mastery. It's a lifetime practice. And plug into Holy Spirit. Plug into who you truly are. Say a prayer. That's also having to do with the self. Commune with God. Reach up to the Father, Mother. That's all we have to do. And I know it seems so arbitrary. Like, what are the physical, practical, technical steps to get me closer to God and to where I don't have to suffer every day? It's not like that. But It is when you plug into God. It's just not the way you want to logistically see it. You follow me? It's a little right-brained. I'm not saying God is a right-brained being, but it does not make sense to our human minds. And third and finally, we have others. Others. I love this because this is something I'm actively working on, relating to others. And what is alive for me first is we are guided closer to God by the people that come into our lives. Whether we perceive them as positive or negative, we forgive them either way. And therefore, we perceive God. We feel God more. We feel love as a frequency more. Because no matter the person, we see them as ourself. Not literally our body self, because that's not who we truly are, but pure awareness. The same Christ that's in me is the same Christ that's in them. But am I wired to think that way? That's something you have to be honest with yourself and probably answer no, right? So we get guided closer to God through these relationships, and it is on us to forgive. Okay, but that doesn't really cover the social dynamic of it all. Forgive everything you see, love everything that comes your way. Got it, cool. But how do I act when I'm in a social situation? Do I have emotional intelligence? Do I have social intelligence? Do I understand the hierarchy games? Do I understand how people perceive value? Do I understand sales, psychology? Not to manipulate, which is a distorted version of understanding those things, but so that I can have my experience be the fullest experience that's available to me. Because I want to be the best version, the most aligned version to God, to my real self as I can be. If you're watching this, that's you. So while maintaining that consciousness of love and forgiveness, learning social skills is something that's key. A key example would be the people pleaser. Validate me. Hey, hi, I'm here. What can I do for you? Swing to the other opposite side of the extreme, the narcissist. Me. We all have both of these parts, which is key to understand. But it's the balance. It's understanding that you will see these dynamics in people everywhere, and it's on us to forgive them because it's within us that we perceive it. Does that make sense? So there's more that I could go on here, but I think I've covered just about everything when it comes to God, source first. You must connect to source first. You must connect to God first, then self, then others.